Do you guys know how did Moon Knight got his powers? I mean, yeah, we all know he got his powers from Khonshu, but do we know how? Well, I know, and I am gonna tell you guys. You see, in Moon Knight Volume 1 Issue 1 in the starting, it is shown that Mark Spector and Bushman are on a mission together, and Bushman tells Mark that he is too good a man to go soft and he must be bloodthirsty and ruthless to survive in their profession, and Mark replies by saying, maybe I'm remembering I'm a professional soldier, not a butcher. Or maybe it's just the heat. After few moments, Frenchie comes in his chopper, and Frenchie informs Mark that he had stolen Bushman's secret papers, and it is clear to him that they are fighting for the wrong side no matter what the pay is. And Mark replies, clear to both of us, friend. Then Mark tells Frenchie to stay quiet because Bushman is coming. After that, Bushman tells Mark and Frenchie about the rumor that's been going around that an American archaeologist found a pharaoh's tomb at Selima, and Bushman tries to convince them that if there is a tomb, for sure we can find gold there, but Mark tells him that should we risk our lives on the chance we may find valuables? But Bushman starts walking and says that gold is always worth a risk, and Mark tells Frenchie that we've got to get out of here tonight. Meanwhile, in a house of the town square, we can see that a frightened daughter asks her father about who and what they want, and her father replies by saying, it is Bushman, I've heard the townspeople speak of him in a frightened way. Then her father gets out of control and wants to kill Bushman for what he had done, and going to the father then leaves his house with confidence and anger for Bushman. Moments later, while the Bushman is giving instructions to his men, a slight noise catches Spector's ears and he awares Bushman. Unfortunately, the old man failed to kill Bushman after he gets caught. Mark says that he will take that old man to the square, but Bushman disagrees to it, and the later you can see when the old man was in Spector's arms, he tells him about his daughter in the third White House. Then Spector runs towards that old man's house. His daughter was in fear, but Mark tells her what happened, but the lady misunderstands and thinks that Spector killed her father, but Spector felt that she is right in a way. If he hadn't stopped that old man, perhaps he would still be alive, so he drops the argument and shouts at the woman to go from this place as soon as possible. Spector tries his best to fight Bushman, but Bushman is better. After Spector falls down, Bushman orders his men to dump Spector in the desert. Frenchie wanted to help Spector, but he was helpless too. And hours later, Spector wakes up and questions himself that where am I? Soon he realizes that he is in a desert alone. Soon it's nighttime, and Spector was tired and was unable to walk more, so he collapsed at a point. Then where he collapsed, that was the lace of people living next to the tomb. One person carries Mark and the other person orders him to take him to the tomb, and he will go to Missy in the tent and tell her about it. Moments later, the girl asks who is he, Jalad. Then he replies, I don't know Missy, a stranger white. Then the person says to the girl that he is dead. Then the girl realizes that it's the person who she thinks helped Bushman in killing her father and thinks that he deserved to be dead. Then she tells to leave him here rotting in this tomb. Jalad asks Missy if she is coming, and she replies, I'll be along in a minute, Jalad. Then she starts feeling guilty for her behavior back there and thinks how can she be glad that a man died, and starts questioning herself. Then she realizes herself that Mark did save her. That might be the reason that cost his life. She starts feeling sorry for Mark. It was a crescent moon night, and suddenly the moon god Khonshu appears, and he watches Mark laying on the ground dead and that girl crying for him. Then suddenly something happened that resumed Mark Spector's heart to resume throbbing. Mark suddenly wakes up and questions, who am I, where am I? The girl was stunned and says, you were dead. Then Mark replies by pointing towards Khonshu, no more than he is dead. The girl said, you mean Khonshu? Yes, one of the gods of the moon, known as the taker of vengeance, a figure of terror. But how did you know all that? I am not sure. What are you doing? This robe is mine now. And then Mark takes the jeep and goes off to find Bushman. The girl orders Jalad to prepare another jeep because they are going after him. And the story continues. And this is how Moon Knight got his powers. I am tired typing cause this is a text to speech. Oof, this is hard.